hello Forkies, this is the 80th of me playing chess every day until I reach the rapid rating of 2500. So here we go. We have the game, we had the white pieces against a pretty strong 1900 rated opponent. I will start with the king's pawn. Of course, opening with the king's pawn is always pretty good idea. And we'll see what my opponent will do. He's thinking a little bit, maybe his internet connection is not that great, and he plays pawn to c6 known as the Caro-Kann defense. I will respond with d4, controlling as much space in the center as I possibly can. That's the principle to do in the opening, and pawn d5. Now here there are many options for white. You can push, you can take, you can defend the pawn with the knight, or you can play a very tricky idea, which is to play pawn to f3, defending the pawn with my pawn, opening my diagonal to my king. It is pretty dangerous, but it is a great attacking possibility for white to counter the Caro-Kann defense. Of course, we know the Caro-Kann defense is a very solid opening, but with this pawn to f3 idea, I'm preparing to play maybe e5, f4, knight f3, castles. My rook will be active, and I will be attacking. And you can see, my opponent is rated 1900. He's thinking what to do after pawn to f3. This is a very big sideline, but the engine supports it and thinks that it's a good move. Not the best, but still. So my opponent plays queen b6, which is a way of playing. It's not the main line, it's not the best move either. I simply respond with knight c3. And if takes, I do not recapture the pawn. I play bishop c4 instead. I sacrifice the pawn, and after knight f3, no, queen f3 is better, excuse me. Then I am better, I think. But you play e6, which is also fine. Now there is a move a3 here, and then like bishop somewhere, and knight a4 wins the queen, because the queen would be trapped. That's one idea. So I can play a3, not allowing bishop to come to b4. I don't remember my theory here. I was studying this a long time ago. I was only looking at takes, I guess, and knight f6 or some sort of these variations. So even I don't know the theory, but I will try to open up the king side and castle short, and I will also try to dislodge this queen somehow. So I think a3 is a good move, giving some hard time for this bishop to develop. If it goes to d6, well, I will play e5. Knight f6 here, I don't think it's the best move. It simply allows pawn to e5 to happen. Knight d7, and then f4, c5, and simply knight f3. If takes, I can take. Bishop c5, there is knight a4. Just much better, I think. So knight f6, here you could go here and then g6, but after g4 you were trapped. You could go knight g7 though. I'm better. So e5, knight d7, preparing c5, but after c5, I will play e5. I don't care. I think it's the best move, and I shouldn't spend too much time in the opening phase of the game. I know the plans. I know somehow the theory, but I don't remember it, so that's not really knowing it. But yes, I know the idea is to play f4, knight f3, bishop d3, and castles. So I will play quickly. Why would I spend a lot of time here by just playing a normal move like f4? c5 is played. That's all something I've been preparing, and I told you that my opponent will play c5. Yes, c5, excuse me. There is a move knight a4 that I am seeing right now, and then c3. If knight a4, queen a5, c3, b5 is just not that great for me, I think. Or just knight f3. Just be careful. Knight f3 takes, bishop c5. There is knight a4, queen a5, c3. Takes, queen takes. Is perfectly fine. Knight e6, I guess. Queen d1. It's not that great for me. But even takes, bishop c5, I can play just bishop e3. Knight c6 there, takes, bishop takes on e3. And knight b4 back. Looks pretty bad. Taking here is a mistake. Knight a4 after queen a5 looks pretty bad. c3. Nothing special there, I think. I remember that in some variations where e6 is played instead of queen b6, I have to play knight f3 and like bishop e3, and I'm fine. So I'll just do it. And also, if you don't take now, when you should be taking the pawn, then I simply play bishop e3 and I'm completely fine. You do take, okay. I remember that bishop c2 and bishop f2 is not that great of an idea as well. It's pretty important. I will of course just take bishop c5, that is bishop e3. If queen takes, I can't play knight a4. I think it traps the queen. Let me just check it. It does trap the queen. Queen c3 I take. If bishop takes, I take the queen, and I should have a queen for 2 pieces and a pawn. So that should be winning. You play a6, which looks wrong. Excuse me, but it just does. Now bishop e3 here, knight a4 just wins the queen. Bishop e3 has to be played, I guess. And now I'm threatening something like here. I know this is checked, so I'm not really threatening it, but it is an idea. Also decent to go to d6 is an idea. Knight a4 is an idea. And now I think my position is just perfectly fine. I think a6 was a mistake. You should have played bishop c5. Firstly, now bishop c5. Really? I play knight a4, queen a5, c3. This is under attack. My knight is weird. I do agree with you on that. But I think knight a4 is kind of forced. Also b4 is there. b4, bishop takes. I think I'm fine. b4 takes. b4 sacrifice the bishop. Doesn't work. How could it possibly work? I mean, like anything, like queen d2, knight c5, rook b1, and then I just develop and win the game. 2 pawns for a piece is not good. b4 takes is probably the only move. If you don't take here, I think I should be quite good. I think I should be okay there. After queen d2, knight c5, bishop e2, knight here doesn't work. I think I will just play knight a4, queen a5, c3. I think you can just take it. My knight is weird. I guess that is before knight b2 and c4. There are so many good moves for white here that it's kind of hard to decide whether or not to play knight a4 or to play b4. Knight a4, queen a5, c3. I don't think I'm forcing the issue. I'm only calculating the best line for white. Of course, black won't take here. Black can just play like bishop a7, for example, or castles, and get the knight to e4. So no, I just think b4 is fine. Let me check if I'm not missing something. b4 takes. I don't think it works. So b4, is there anything else? Here, to win there. Something like bishop d3, bishop e2 castles. I think I'm fine there. Because if I'm getting the bishop, that means I should be fine. I mean, getting the bishop pair is always an advantage. I think, especially in the position that might open up as well. With f5 takes, castles, it doesn't look that bad for me. I'm also overdeveloped. If bishop takes, then the queen has to move again. I play bishop e2 castles, and I should be. You do take. Great for me, I think. Bishop takes back. Of course, I won't trade the queens. So queen c7 is played. B5 here. is my first instinct. I know it's a bad move, giving away all the squares here, and I'm also not forcing anything, so no, b5 is just a mistake, but if takes, then I should be winning. Also queen a5 is there. Bishop c3 wins, but still. Bishop e2 I think is the best move. Can you get rid of my bishop with knight c6? You could. But I simply go back to f2. Oh, but you sacrifice here. What about if I don't give a... Oh, bishop e2, knight c6? Bishop e2, knight c6, yes. I simply castle, knight takes, queen takes. And f5 next move. Kind of. And we'll have the same material balance actually. We both will have light square bishop. Knight c6. I could also play bishop c5, but it's a bad move. Bishop e2, knight c6, castles, queen takes, knight takes, queen takes. f5, queen takes. Even that endgame is not bad. I have a lot of attack. This is good enough. Is the question now. Knight a4, knight c6. I go bishop c5, b5. There. Wait a second. Knight a4. What do? I'm going here. If you play b6, then you should probably just quit chess, yeah. It just looks bad. Knight a4, knight c6. I go bishop there. If you take me, of course I recaptured, and I think that position is not bad. If b6 is played, I go back to b3. Maybe not. Knight a4, I'm just not developing quick enough, so I will just play bishop e2, not complicating things too much. Knight c6 here, and I will just castle probably, and I will be overdeveloped. I will try to attack. You play b5. Your idea is this. Really? But you're not developing it. So if I castle, you go here. I go f5, you go here. I win. So I'll just castle here. I don't care. Knight c6, I still just... Knight c6 here, I can go. And I will do something. Bishop b5 now looks way better than it used to look. It works, I think. If here I take, bishop b5 takes, knight takes. Doesn't actually work, yeah. I mean, it's not bad. I get 2 pawns for the piece, but it simply doesn't work. He has queen d8. Queen d8. Knight d6, king f8. I play queen h5. Threatening mate. g6, I go check here. Come on. Is there anything else? Bishop b5, a b5 here, queen d8, check, king f8. There is also king e7. This looks also pretty insane to play. Maybe king e7 works. Takes, queen. You will probably go to f8. I go here. g6 check here. It's my final position. I go f5, threatening f6 and winning. So you have to take me. I take and threaten here. No, if you take me, I push e6 and win. It's so tempting to play here. It's so tempting to play bishop b5 and a b5 and knight b5. Queen b8 is also a move. And then going to d8. Ay, ay, ay. Doesn't. Oh, but then this happens, yeah? Your rook is hanging. I think I will do it. Just 1 second. Queen d8 here. You go king e7. That's my here. And you play rook f8 here. But your king is stuck in the center. It has to be winning. I will go for it. I don't care. I sacrifice my pieces um too not too often, but too less. Is that a word? I don't sacrifice my pieces enough. I think bishop e5. I get 2 pawns for the piece. Why not? And I will have giant attack where my opponent will need to defend very accurately. And maybe I think bishop e5 is fine. I mean, I calculated whatever I could. Also, my position was just fine enough after 96, and but I cannot play f5. That's my problem. Knight b5 now. That's a fork. That's idea. You have to go maybe to b8. You go to d8. I go check. You go to e7. Hmm. Really? That wasn't something I was expecting. Because also this now becomes pretty. I mean, my bishop is hanging. So here g6. My bishop is hanging. I go check. f6 takes. King takes. Bishop d6. Queen takes. That's something I could have calculated before. Here g6 I go. I could go here so that I am fine without any complications. So queen h5 takes its mate. Queen h5, rook f8. And f5 here takes here. What it's done, yeah? So queen here, g6, I go here. But I am afraid of the rook f8 slightly more, slightly better, yeah? Still think I should be, I mean, I go here. Oh, I go bishop f2. Oh, this is an idea also. Queen h5? I spent too much time on queen h5. I knew I would play it. I just don't know why I didn't do it immediately. G6 here is a move, a legit move, I think. After queen h4, f6 I can, and takes, knight takes. No, you don't take with the knight. Excuse me. You could take like this. Here, here, takes. Hard to evaluate that position. We'll see. I will calculate that. I have 5 minutes left, and if I will be winning, well, I don't need a lot of time to completely convert completely winning position, so that's fine. There are also like moves like here. I don't think that. I mean, it makes a lot of sense, but I would simply play f5. Oh, but my bishop is hanging still. But I still can go like here and here, so I don't think queen f8 is challenging enough. King d8, maybe it is. Maybe it is. But you are also undefending this, so if you go to d8, then this is also check. So if queen f8, I can simply play here with an idea of this. And what do you do? I mean f6. Queen f8. Take and win the rook and should be much better. I mean f5 loses the bishop, so that's bad. Also, this is bad because it gives away on the square. If knight b6 happens, f5. No, I go check here. take on f7. Bishop f2. Maybe I will lose, but still it's a very exciting and attacking chess. Um, and I'm completely. I mean, he's not playing with this rook. He's not playing with this bishop. Bishop h4 is coming. He played g6, which is, I think it's a mistake, but I don't care. f6 here, takes here. g6 looks correct, though. Here f6 takes here. Here f6 maybe. This attack is not working. I mean, sacrificing another piece is just not gonna work. Here f6. You still cannot really move. I play like here. But what's my next move? I have to play bishop h4 here. f6 of course. If this knight wouldn't be here, this would be much stronger. Oh, but this knight also defensive, okay. We need to. What's the idea of the move? Just allows here. Takes, rook takes, here, knight takes. Have to go back. I'm probably just gonna lose this game, but it was a fair fight, I think. Well, now I'm completely lost. Have to play c4 takes, knight takes. Come on. I completely blundered this idea. But still, I mean, game on, yeah. Knight b6 though. And then check happens, and this is a weak pawn. Very weak pawn. I can get some pressure onto it. Wait, what? d5? Oh, then there is this. But is it? I go here. Knight c5. You are going for this anyway? Wait, maybe I just, after bishop a6, I think that was just b5. Knight d4, now I play queen to d3. Knight f5, I take it. If I go here, I get forked. So here I do take you. You probably have to take with the g pawn. I would at least say so. And like rook u, I mean takes, knight takes, and then rook u1 threatening here. Your king is still in the center, and I still have 2 pawns for piece, which is not that bad. And this rook is out of the game, so. But I'm down to 1 single minute, which is still a lot of time. No, I'm just kidding. Um, of course, after bishop a6, I think just b5 was completely winning here. Having 1 minute is not good enough to spot b4. I forgot the knight defends the square as well. Because I saw this, but I didn't think that the pawn was defended here. But of course it was again. Um. So yes, now bishop takes, knight takes, pawn takes, queen takes on d4 wins probably the game. Hmm. So you have to play back. You cannot go here because of b5 finally. Um. And if you go to f5, takes, g takes, knight takes, and rook e1, bishop takes a take. Here I think I have tremendous compensation. You push the pawn. That's a. Oh, I go check and pick up the bishop. Then. Oh wait, no, this doesn't work. No, 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 no. What is wrong with you? Is my only question. You cannot. What? Firstly, I can go here. Probably just threading here, and then like check maybe. Also here doesn't look that bad. I mean, why wouldn't I keep the tension? G5 takes. I should be fine. Now I think I'm much better, if not winning already. Maybe I'm over exaggerating still. For example, rook d8 defending some things. I mean, sorry. No, you just resign now. Queen f7, queen d6, and rook e1, and GG. Game over. No, no, no. This is. I mean, you shouldn't. You had 15 minutes almost, but you of course have to take with g pawn, because otherwise your king is completely naked in the center. I mean, what is this? Knight b6 I go. Knight b6 is good move, yeah. But firstly here is the problem, and this is mate. If queen takes, this is check, and then I pick up the knight. You cannot move the knight. You cannot move this rook. You cannot move this bishop. I mean, you could play this, but come on. Then this happens. No, you're just completely lost. I play rook e1 next move and take with mate. Maybe. No, but this is just. I think I was. I don't think I was lost. Bishop a6 was a tremendous mistake because of b5, but I simply missed that the knight defends b5. I saw that he had a fork, and I thought, no. But of course, knight defends the pawn. Queen f7 is just goodbye to you. Then takes. Let's be precise now. Here, knight takes. No, this is that. Check. The rook is lost. Lose. Excuse me, not lost. Lose. Not the same thing. And then rook e1. No, not rook e1. First it takes. But you go there. Allowing bishop takes. Is there mate? Hard to say. Queen takes, pawn takes. Is there mate? Why would you risk it at all? Just resign, bro. I mean, it was a pretty great game. And also e6 now. Completely losing position. No, you shouldn't the mistake was that he took with the pawn and then it was just lost. You should have taken with the g pawn and it would be a game which you would probably be better in. And also, yes, you resign. A great game, what can I say? So let's analyze this game. Let's see how accurately we both played. I think my I think my sacrifice wasn't really sound, but we'll see if it was. It wasn't. It wasn't a sound. Okay, so I played with 72% accuracy. My opponent played with 67. It was an attacking game, so it's logical that we both played pretty badly. And also, my sacrifice wasn't the best, probably. E4, c6, d4, and d5 is the very common Caro-Kann position. Now e5, you can play knight c3. You can even take the pawn and be completely fine. But I played f3, my favorite variation against the Caro-Kann, and I hated to face it with the black pieces here. Queen b6, now knight c3. The theory, I don't remember e6, but I played a3, which is the best move. Stopping bishop b4 and also trying to develop. If let's say h6, I can play simply bishop e3. If you take knight a4, GG, you can. I mean, where can you go? This is logical. Knight f6, e5 best move, f4 best move, c5, knight f3. What it was the best move? Knight f3 was the best move. Knight takes. And now a6, I thought this was a big mistake. I played bishop e3, which was fine. Now bishop c5. And the b4 was the best move. Here I was debating between playing knight a4, which is okay. After queen a5, c3, I thought that you won't take. I thought like bishop a7. I saw before, but I simply didn't. After queen there, I still can't play here, so I guess rook c1 and then knight b2 and c4. It would be +1, but still b4 was the best move. And after takes, bishop takes and queen c7. b5. Oh my god, b5 is the best move. But why exactly? Of course, if you take, you're lost due to I get the knight to d6. But what if you simply, after b5, let's say, what if you castle? Nothing. My pawn is on b5 is better. Oh, I know why. Because the knight cannot get to c6, of course. So logical. I should have played b5. I didn't see the point of playing b5. And after bishop e2, the position is equal. Wait. b5 is giant blunder. Why now? Now bishop b5 is the best move. And if takes, knight takes. Of course, queen d8, check. King f8. And of course, this is just the same idea. And now probably f5. Here I was calculating f5. If takes here. And f6 and something. But I castled. I missed this tactic. Firstly, I should have spotted it. But now I did see it. And it's fine, but why? I take on d7 and I win a pawn. Wait, not queen d3. I win a pawn. Can you explain me why winning a pawn is bad for me? My sacrifice actually was fine. Why is this not that great? What had I missed? After knight c6, I can simply play bishop f2. Wait, no. Bishop f2, knight b4. And now knight b5 is something I missed from a distance as well. AB, AB. Rook a1. Excuse me. Queen a1. And this is so much better for me? Due to piece activity? Or what? And f5? But I thought I'm winning a pawn. And AB is a mistake. After knight b5, I'm better. King e7 a mistake. And due to bishop f2 just right away, I played here, which is wrong. I should have played bishop f2. Okay, it's slightly slow, yeah. Queen f8 now allows bishop f2, which was nicely spotted by me. Bishop h4, a mistake. What should I have played? Queen h3 or queen f3. Saying my bishop is perfectly fine on f2. I played check and back to e2, and he played bishop a6. Wait, c4 was actually the best move? No, it wasn't. But b5 here, knight d4, queen d3 I play. And this is apparently not winning for, but it is winning, of course it is. I mean, okay, c4 is also fine, completely winning apparently, not completely, but after now. But what should I have played here? Queen d1 is better than queen d3. Somebody explain me this. Queen d3 is worse than queen d1. Now takes and it's equal. If g takes it, it's equal after g takes. I thought like takes here and then rook e1 and now it's winning. Why? What have I missed with the engine here? King f7, b5, bishop b7. Oh, bishop b7 defends the pawn, so that's bad. Wait, king f7 and black is well. He took with the e pawn, which is of course the worst move of today's game. Queen takes, queen f7. I mean, just and here my opponent resigned. Of course, you shouldn't take with the e pawn, opening up your king. But okay. Okay, I won today's game, and it was a pretty good game. I played very good attacking chess. Here after b5, I mean that I can sacrifice firstly and not wait to castle and then play this sacrifice. But also here apparently knight d4 it's just a draw. Not it's an equal position apparently, but I am up a pawn, maybe preparing to play c4. I'm not sure why this is equal, but yes. If you have anything to tell me, please let me know in the comments below. I will be reading and answering all of your comments. And as always, if you like the video, please consider liking and subscribing. It would really help me out. And see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.